The Dark Ages. The name alone conjures images of ignorance, filth, and superstition. 1,000 years of humanity going backwards while waiting for the Renaissance to save it. There's just one problem. It's almost entirely wrong. The idea of a Dark Age was invented by Renaissance scholars who wanted to make themselves look brilliant by comparison. The reality was far more complex, far more interesting, and in many ways, far more consequential. In 476 AD, the last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was deposed by the Gothic chieftain Odoacer. Historians mark this as the fall of Rome, but for most people living through it, nothing traumatic happened overnight. Cities shrank. Trade declined. Literacy fell. But life went on just differently. What replaced Rome wasn't chaos. It was a patchwork of Germanic kingdoms, Visigoths in Spain, Ostrogoths in Italy, Franks in Gaul, that absorbed Roman law, Latin language, and Christian institutions while building something new. The Roman Empire didn't so much fall as slowly transform into medieval Europe. The institution that held everything together was the Church. While political authority fragmented, the Catholic Church maintained Latin literacy, preserved classical texts, and provided the administrative backbone of an otherwise decentralized world. The monasteries of Ireland, England, and continental Europe copied ancient manuscripts, including Greek and Roman works that would otherwise have been lost forever. The most important figure of early medieval Europe was Charlemagne, king of the Franks, crowned emperor of the Romans by Pope Leo III on Christmas Day, 800 AD. At its height, his empire covered modern France, Germany, the Low Countries, and much of Italy, the largest political unit in the West since Rome. Charlemagne's significance goes beyond conquest. He launched a deliberate cultural revival, the Carolingian Renaissance, standardizing Latin writing, establishing cathedral schools, and promoting literacy among the clergy. The script you are reading right now descends directly from the Carolingian minuscule his scholars developed. After his death, his empire fragmented, but the idea of a united Christian Europe never did. The political map of modern Europe begins, in many ways, with Charlemagne's divisions. While Western Europe was rebuilding, the world was not standing still. The Islamic Golden Age was producing algebra, optics, and medicine in Baghdad. Byzantine Constantinople was the largest and richest city in the Christian world. Tang Dynasty China was printing books and experimenting with gunpowder. Even within Europe, the picture was not dark. Viking expansion, often portrayed as pure destruction, connected Scandinavia to the trade routes of the Islamic world via the great Russian rivers, funneling silver from Baghdad to the Baltic. Norse settlers reached Iceland, Greenland, and North America 500 years before Columbus. By the 11th century, Europe was undergoing a genuine transformation. Population grew. Cities revived. The first universities appeared Bologna in 1088, Paris and Oxford shortly after. The Crusades, for all their violence, reconnected Europe to the intellectual wealth of the Islamic world. Trade expanded. Gothic cathedrals rose. Engineering achievements that required sophisticated mathematics and project management across decades. The Dark Ages were not dark. They were a transition messy, violent, and uneven, like all transitions from the world of Rome to the world of modern Europe. The Church preserved knowledge. Charlemagne rebuilt governance. Monasteries kept literacy alive. Universities were born. And the very instability of the period, dozens of competing kingdoms, No single empire suppressing innovation may have been exactly what gave Europe the competitive, restless energy that would eventually drive the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and the modern world. The lights were never off. They were just burning somewhere you weren't looking.